Welcome back to Take Two. And leading a healthier lifestyle starts with just a few steps, sometimes literally. Walking is a great form of exercise, and it's important for our health, not just for adults, but for the kids, too. Pediatrician Dr. Teresa Wee joins us with some tips. Good morning, doctor.
Good morning, Russ.
Now, just talk about family exercising and being together. How important is that?
I think family time is so important, that communication, that bonding with the family, so important. And we need to turn off those electronic devices. But then what do we do?
Yeah. So now we can just start walking, right, and getting some exercise because when you start the kids at such a young age, it's so important for their habits.
It develops that habit. And children learn to walk by the time they're 2 years old. Now, their legs are shorter, so of course it'll take a little more time, but you don't need any equipment. You have low risk of injury, and it's just fun.
And one of those things that if you're a parent, you got to like monitor your child because basically you can walk faster than the child. You talk about they're shorter, their stamina might not be as great. So what's the limit, or are there any recommendations?
I think if you can try to do small bursts of energy, that might be good because sometimes they want you to chase them and go up hills. But I think just whatever you can do, even 10 minutes a day is good for anyone.
Any other health tips in terms of with the keiki?
Well, I think it's good to vary the routes because if you do the same thing over and over, it gets boring. You also want to be talking about nature and looking at the various things. It's a good learning experience, as well as this is just time to connect with your child. Talk to them about things going on in school, any problems they're having, any bullying. I mean, this is a great way to connect with them. And even if your teenager doesn't want to walk, you know, just make that resolution as a family to just go together as a family.
And you talk about that teachable moment because a lot of times you always hear in the news about pedestrian accidents, fatalities. And so when you're walking your kids, this is a teachable moment.
Exactly. So it's also a teachable moment to teach them pedestrian safety. You know, look both ways, you know, walk on the left side of the road facing the traffic. So this is also very important.
Because I remember growing up, my dad says you always have to stand on the outside and protect your sisters and so forth for when you're walking on the street.
Yeah, actually, my dad taught that too.
But it's such a teachable moment. And when you talk about exercising, just some of the other things, because how do you get the kids to get off the electronics? I think that's the challenge for a lot of parents, right?
Yes, and the research coming out is showing that it really is affecting the brain in a negative way. So we really have to find ways to get them to really monitor their screen time and to make sure that we're turning it off and really spending more time as a family. I think we need to get back to that old-fashioned, that's what really keeps you bonded and together and alive.
Plus, a lot of times you can actually keep up with your kids in terms of what's going on in their lives. And then you can also tell, like, if there's a problem that they may be encountering.
Yes, you know, rather than saying, okay, let's sit down and let's have a talk, this is just a good way to just kind of naturally flow into it.
And you do this every week, correct?
Yes, I do Walk with a Dog,
Yeah.
my nonprofit organization. We're out at Central Oahu Regional Park every Saturday, rain or shine.
Now, if you want to get off the couch and get moving, you can join Dr. Wee for her Walk and Dock Oahu program. In fact, on Saturday, April 6th, they'll be celebrating their 3-year anniversary of Walk with the Dock, so congratulations there. And they'll have their usual walk from 8 to 9 a.m., followed by a health and wellness fair from 9 to 12:30. And the best part about it, it is free, folks, and a great family event. For more information, just log on to our website at KHON2.com. Dr. Wee, thank you so much for joining us, and thank you so much for all that you do, because just getting out there every week and walking, just promoting a healthier lifestyle.
Thank you, Ross.